Hey, I'm Matty boy. I'm over here chatting with the man Staxx. It's an honor to be on a platform that's got integrity like this man does, man. I'm happy he reached out and I'm glad I'm here chatting with the man.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Matty boy.
I got in a fight with a couple police officers. I was resisting arrest. It turned into a crazy situation where one of the cops ended up breaking his leg. So I went to prison for battery on a police officer with a great bodily injury. I was tweaked out though, bro. Honestly, like I had never read my police report for the situation. We had attorneys on call, so my attorney come to the courthouse. Hey man, this fool was like, bro, you're not gonna get in no trouble. This is a misdemeanor resisting arrest. And I was like, misdemeanor resisting arrest, bro. I said, I don't think that shit felt like no misdemeanor fucking resisting arrest. So I told him, I think you're mistaken. And he was all, don't worry. So then he goes into the courthouse, gets the paperwork, calls me back. I'm in the court holding. And he goes, okay, listen, I was wrong. He goes, but these guys are willing to give you a battery on a police officer with a GBI. He says, and give you four years, 4 months. And he goes, it's not going to be 85%. No, it's going to be at 85% of our time. He goes, but they're not going to give you a strike. He goes, so I think you should take it because the paperwork in here got you. They're saying that you're beating this cop with the fucking handcuff. Because one of the cops had put the hand, so he goes, these fools searched me, bro. And then one of the cops put his hands in my pants and pulled out a little bit of, and he's like, what's this? I said, it's, and he goes, well, you're under a fucking arrest. I said, all right. So he puts my hands up, puts the handcuff on, and I just yanked that motherfucker out of his hands and started trying to get away. So my attorney was like, bro, you need to take this because I feel like if you don't take this deal, these fools are gonna end up trying to give you an assault with a deadly weapon for using the handcuff in the commits of this crime. So,
and a strike is pretty severe. You get a strike, you don't get a lot of chances,
bro. Right? And then not only that, like the strike, because when I ended up in the feds, they had that little drug program shit. I'm not sure. Have you done time?
Yeah, it's state time.
Okay, so in the feds, they got the little RDAC program, so you could get a year off your sentence. And then when I got there, they had like all the stipulations that disqualified you. And if I wouldn't have taken that battery on a police officer and it would have ended up being like a assault with a deadly weapon or whatever, I wouldn't have qualified for the year off. I didn't care, bro. I honestly thought that the situation was even worse than what they gave me the deal for. You know what I mean? I was like,
so did you take that deal?
Hell yeah, bro. I was like, but I was young, I was stupid, I was eager to get to prison. You know what I mean? I was a kid in county jail that was like, bro, I can't wait. You know what I mean?
It's a rite of passage kind of, right?
Hell yeah. So that fool could have came back with a 10-year deal and I'd have probably been like, yeah, let's go. I'm ready to get this all out of the way and get the show on the road, bro. But
what's it like for you when you first walk in there, being a white guy? What's it like for you in the atmosphere? Did you get challenged?
In prison?
Yeah.
No, hell no, bro. Everybody there knew me.
From the streets?
Like, yeah, hell yeah. Knew me, knew my family. And then like the ties that I had with the county jail, like me and my cellie from the county jail went to the pen together. And my cellie was a gang member, a state prison gang member. So he was already well respected. And this fool loved me, bro. So it's like we got there and the red carpet was laid out for us, bro. It was like,
but so in California, don't they ask you to put in work if you're a white guy and you go to prison?
Yeah. But that's not like an inconvenience or nothing. They're not like you're not having other races try to challenge you, bro, because the fuck, the white boys got a solid reputation in the California state system. So,
Yeah, but what if a goofy white guy comes in there? Have you seen that before, right? What
mm-hmm.
happens then?
Oh, I mean, they get dealt with, bro. It's they get dealt with like any other state prison facility, I would imagine. You know what I mean? There isn't very many goofies in the state prison system, bro. They get weeded out pretty regularly, so stuff like that doesn't last in our system.
What was your stay like there? Did you get into some things there? Because this is your first time in real prison, right?
Yeah. Like I said, bro, no, we had it. I had it my way, bro. My reputation and then my family's reputation. It was just like, I came to state prison with the status, bro. Like, I sometimes I say I don't. It makes me feel weird, but it's like I had it. So I got to San Quentin with my. I was fighting a case with my mom, my brother, and me. So I took my 2 year sentence. They sent me to San Quentin. I was in San Quentin for like a month, and then Solano County came and picked me up to go to fight my case for the cop situation. But when I got back, bro, I linked back up with my partner that I was in the county jail with, that I came to prison to San Quentin with, and we're walking through, going into the kitchen, and I say this story all the time, but it kind of just like lets you know what the system had already known about me. But the gang coordinator seen Ralph, pulled him to the side and told him they're going to take some pictures of his tattoos and whatnot. So then we was getting ready to walk away, and the gang and my partner Ralph was like, "Man, you know who this dude is?" And he was like, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Coco County." And he says, "You got it tattooed on you?" "Nope." "All right." And then Ralph goes, "So you still don't know who this dude is?" And the dude asked me if I was a skin. I said no. And then it was like he was gonna let us go again. And he goes, "Man, bro, I can't believe you don't know who this dude is." And he goes, "What's your last name?" I said, "Donahue." And he said, "Oh, Matty boy." He said, "Yeah, I've heard about you forever, man." He goes, "Like, I've had people vouching for you to come to prison before you was old enough to think about prison." So, like, my family's reputation was treacherous in there, bro. So it was like, I feel like when I got to the state prison yard, dog, it was like the homeboys was like waiting for me, anticipating my arrival. And bro, it was hard for me to learn any lessons while in prison because I just had it whatever way I wanted it. You know what I mean? It was
It
an
wasn't like
easy
a rough
time.
stay for you,
Fuck
right?
no, hell no, no, hell no.
What's it
It
like in
was
San Quentin?
a zoo, bro. It was like West Block when you get to San Quentin. So you get off the bus, they put you in the little cages, and then they move you outside of like the receiving and the R&D or R&R. I can't remember which is state prison and which is feds, but then they bring you out into these like little cages, and all your homeboys are walking by. "Matty, we're gonna be sending some tobacco and deodorant and whatever coffee up to West Block when you get up there. We got you. Don't even trip." So then you go up to West Block, bro, and like it's like what you'd see in movies, bro. People throwing it off the tier, people fishing, yelling, and it was just like a zoo, bro. It was chaotic, man. It was there was always something going on for sure.
And you're just walking in there like whatever, just another day, right?
I was
When the other
walking in,
inmates are walking in, they're all terrified.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I was excited to be there, bro. It was like fucking I finally made it in my young, stupid mind. So it sounds fucking stupid, doesn't it? It's like a 20-year-old kid anticipating going to prison and then
I
you
was
get
the
there.
same way. I was a young kid and I was like, I knew prison was in my future. I knew it.
Yeah, it's weird for me to say, bro. It's like the older I get, the harder it is for me to tell them type of stories because it's like I don't understand how that shit ever made sense in somebody's mind, bro. But it was the way I was raised, man. Like I tell people all the time, man. Like my dad didn't have posters of football players or baseball players. Like my dad never told us stories about his favorite basketball player or football player or anything like that. My dad told us war stories. My dad told us about his time incarcerated and the people that he was around during his incarceration and how savage those people were, bro. And then like we started seeing the pictures on the wall of them guys. We start reading the paperwork on these guys, and it's just like, wow, man. And the way that people talked about them was like, those were our aspirations, man. So I guess in a way, it's like you can't knock a child for growing up wanting to be something and getting excited about going somewhere when that's all he looked up to. You know what I mean? That's all he's seen. So
Yeah.
it's all he heard about.
What's the craziest thing you've seen in state prison?